gonna go on a podcast, bro. I'm gonna start podcasting. Stop. See, you look ridiculous. You look crazy. Yeah, that didn't save. Like, this Mercury retrograde ain't no joke. Come on now. This Mercury retrograde ain't no motherfucking joke. That shit did not save. And I'm on YouTube. It did not save because I got a political call. Yeah, I'm sure I got a political call. Sure. Whatever you say. What the fuck? I'm so mad. Like, that's annoying. I gotta just start. When I go on live, you know what I'm gonna do from now on? You know what? Did it save? Did it save? You know what I'm gonna do from now on? What I think I really need to do, y'all? I need to sit down. I need to just, every time I go on live, I need to have my podcast stuff right next to me so I could just record myself. Thank God. Because I was like, what the heck? I was like, yo. Okay, so, but I wasn't done. So essentially, like, oh, yes, okay, good. Essentially, when we're talking about, damn, I really got to talk about these polarities. I feel like people got to talk about these polarities. Y'all, a lot of people don't realize your twin sign, your sister sign has a lot to do with why you are the way you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people think Capricorns are not emotional. Are you crazy? Capricorns are so emotional. They have Cancer on the other side. Of course they're emotional. So it's like, you know, the polarities, y'all. When we're talking about Virgo and Pisces, it's just a lot of shit. This is a hard place for y'all to be, you know? This is a Taurus ruled place. This is a place based on reality and aesthetics and beauty and ownership and money and possessions and all that kind of shit, okay? This is what this earth is. This earth is ruled by Taurus. It's a Venusian place. This is why Taurus is the #1 money makers on this planet. This is why when you Taurus people, y'all can make money real easy if you guys don't have any crazy afflictions to your chart. You know, money comes in and out of your reality with no problem. But for other people, they can't deal with this reality because this reality is based on reality. And so, you know, this is what y'all gotta realize. We're in a video game, okay? And you gotta remember which character you are. The planet, the space that we're in the video game, this is Earth. The theme here is Venus. What is Venus? Support, appreciation, having a good time, pleasures, okay? Things that give us pleasure, things that we indulge in. It's ownership, it's beauty, it's aesthetics, and it's possessions. Okay, that is what this planet is. Now, if you, the character, the avatar that you are in, that your spirit has embodied, okay, is a floaty Pisces fish, and you have floaty moon placement in Pisces, you have Neptune, you have Venus, you have Mars there, you're not going to see this reality for what it is. You're not going to see the value for what this world can teach you. And that Pisces, people with heavy Pisces placements, is your homework and your assignment, is to really see the value, because spiritually you were brought here for a reason. You have an assignment to fulfill here. So perhaps there is something that you should be paying attention to, that you should be looking for, because you already have the energy of being in outer space and being all the way over there, okay? So you have to understand this. But this world has something to teach you, right, Gianna? Like, why would Spirit send you to a place and give you an assignment if they didn't think that there was a worthy lesson to be learned, right? And just because we have this human way of thinking of time, honey, we don't know. We could be in a dream right now, all right? Them dreams be so motherfucking real sometimes you don't even know where you at, right? Like you don't even know what's happening, right? My Pisces babies, that's what y'all be going through. Them dreams be so goddamn real. And it's just like, y'all probably sitting there talking about, Novi, you ask, I get you, but how am I supposed to do that? You know how crazy my energy is. Well, sis, you need to ground yourself, bruh. You need to ground yourself. You need to pay attention. You actually need to be the student that sits in the front of the class. You can't sit in the back. Taurus can sit in the back. You can't. You can't afford to sit in the back. You can't afford to do this all by yourself either. What you have to do is you have to learn how to retreat at the times you need to retreat, right? Because the 12th house is the house of retreat. Pisces energy makes you want to isolate yourself, but you guys isolate yourselves into being pussies. And that's not what we're trying to do in this lifetime either. You're here for a reason. Okay? You're supposed to be here because you're supposed to teach people how to heal things. The things that you feel all the time. So if you are very, very intuitive, because not all Pisces are like this, right? There could be other placements in their chart that give them this kind of detachment from spirit or intuition or whatever the case may be. But essentially, Pisces, your assignment is to pay attention. Virgo is on your other side. Okay? That's what we're talking about. So, go ahead. Go somewhere. Go. You're not getting no food. Go away. Go. So, Virgo, Pisces, right? Pisces, you guys want to play escapism all the time. You guys don't want to follow the rules. You don't want to play by the Earth's rules. But that means you're actually honestly, y'all really think about this. Like if you are spiritually driven and you love the universe and all this other stuff, if you're in this space right now, why don't you honor the rules and why don't you have some discipline? Why don't you create some boundaries for yourself? Why don't you do this? Why don't you go out of your way to figure out what is going on with your energy, okay? Because you have the intuition. You have, you know what I'm saying? You have all this ability, but you guys need to also play by the rules of the earth. All of us have to play the rules. We all landed here for a reason, so we all got to play the rules. You know, we all got to play by some type of rule. We all have to learn some type of physical reality lesson. Okay, and with Pisces, you guys have a tendency to overstep and understep and flow in and flow out without any true intention. And you, like, I love the whole hippie vibe and like coming out here and doing what you know, and but you really gotta practice. And this is specifically for my Pisces people, right? Like we have to realize I'm talking to specific people. So if this doesn't apply to you, let it fly. But there's many Pisces out here who deal with many issues of suffering, being alone. Okay, yes, accept the earth lessons. I love that. Accept the earth. Oh, am I back? Oh, thank God. Okay, so now I figured out how I could do that and come back. But the thing is, like, you have to really, you know, tap in and accept your assignment. This is what I mean about being a willing soldier and showing up for your life and wanting to be there because you know you're there for a reason. Pisces, use your intuition to help guide your discernment and help to solidify boundaries that will create healthy spaces for you to exist in instead of just feeling like you're existing in the world out of fear. You need to start turning that fear into faith. You need to start saving yourself and stop saving others. And that is your priority. Your priority is to get earth lessons. What is earth lessons about? Self-preservation. It's about taking care of your own shit. That's what Taurus is about. Taurus is about my shit, me, mine, me and mine. So look for wherever your Taurus placement is in your chart. Look for where your Venus is in your chart, and those energies need to be looked at and addressed. They need to be satiated. They need to have a conversation, because the thing is, yo, you could float out here all you want. You could do that all you want. You could live whatever lifestyle you want, whatever you want to do, whatever makes you happy, because a lot of Pisces end up being off the grid. A lot of 12th house people just end up being off the grid, which I think is amazing and I think it's dope. But ask yourself, are you running? You know, have you earned being off the grid in this reality? That's what you have to ask yourself, Pisces. Have I earned being off the grid in this reality? Have I tried hard enough to really go about my lessons? What are my lessons? Virgo things: communication, discernment, and structure, routine, and paying attention to my ritual. Am I doing that, or am I just floating about the day? Okay? So this is what it is for Pisces people. You know what I mean? You guys have a lot of digging to do, right? And Virgo would be an opposite conversation. I could talk about you guys all the time. I feel like I should write something on y'all. All right? So it's like y'all really have to, yes, y'all really have to see the world for what it is. Accept the pain and the suffering. Accept the sadness. Accept the depression. Accept the rejection. Accept the loss. Accept the pain. Because Spirit, God, universe put you here to experience that. Why would you deny that? All of these emotions, just as joy and animation and adventure and spontaneity and lust and love and you know, warmth and all of those things, those are just as, if you can celebrate those, why can't you celebrate the other ones? You know what I'm saying? All of those emotions are meant to be filled and meant to be. Right, the earth is a beautiful tragedy, and it's just like we're here to play on that stage. You know what I'm saying? So it's like y'all need to stop feeling like, oh, this is such a bad thing. And this is obviously coming way from an actor perspective, right? But there's so much lushness and so much richness and so much information inside of our emotions. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care. I'm a Cancer rising. Gang, 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 gang. I have a grand water trine. I have like 2 of them, I think, in my chart. Okay? Emotions for me are tantamount. And my thing is that but some people rely way too much on their emotions. Some people rely way too much on their discernment, way too much on their logic. And this is the Libra we're talking about, right? This is the balance, the harmony that we're all trying to create. But a lot of you and a lot of us are trying to recreate a balance and a harmony that applies to somebody else's life and their energy when it's not for you. And so your lesson, Pisces, you know what I'm saying, is that, listen, Scorpio got its own lessons. Scorpio and like Pisces is good, but you guys, you could be really, 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 really intense. Okay, just really intense. But what I'm saying is with this Pisces energy is just be here, enjoy the physical reality. You know, enjoy the physical space that you're in. Enjoy creating it. Enjoy whatever in your imagination to come out. You know, create a routine, create a time in your day where you physically come your ass right down to earth and fraternize with us and hang out with us and talk with us. You don't always have to be out there. Don't always be by yourself, because sometimes at the end of the day, you want company, because stories are meant to be shared. So it's like, make sure that, you know, you're really taking your lessons and sitting in the front seat, okay? Don't sit in the back seat. Stop isolating yourself. Stop spending so much time alone. Stop feeling like nobody loves you and the world is a horrible, dreadful place. Actually, it's not. There's probably way more beauty than there's actually negativity and death, but it's because that's in our eye space, and that's what we choose to see and feed time and time and time and time again. That's what we believe. But I'm looking outside my window right now, and every single leaf on that tree, every single you know, blade of grass, every single thing is one thing of beauty to me. So that's more beauty than there even is pain. You know what I'm saying? There's more beauty than there's pain. It's right here outside of my window. And that's why we'll give you exercises like go outside and hug a tree, because you really don't understand how long it took for that tree to grow. Do you know how many moons and how many suns and how many storms some of these trees had to go through for them to even be here and give us oxygen so that we can breathe and for free and do what we want? You guys really don't even look at, you guys have to really look. This is what I mean about looking at the space that you're in, you know, and really taking it in, because them motherfuckers went through a lot. You talk about what you went through and you only been alive for fucking 20 years. These trees have been alive for motherfucking 50, 100, 300 years. And we're over here complaining? Like, come on. And they over here just treeing outside, no Wi-Fi, just being still, and being supremely present and not worried about anything. Honestly, like half the time I look at my dog and I'm just like, yo, he never be stressing out. He be chilling. Like animals are chilling. Kids, little babies and kids are usually very chill because they're in the present moment. It's us. It's us adults. It's us people that are older that are psychotic. Like, we're the ones that drive ourselves crazy. We are the ones that drive ourselves crazy because everything else in the world is supremely perfect. It's pristine. It smells good. It looks good. There's so much more beauty. And until you are able to peel your eyes and decalcify the way that you perceive God's interpretation of the world and your spiritual assignment, until you really let that shit go, until you really move on from that and really say, God, I don't want to control this anymore. I don't want to control how I'm about to experience this experience. I'm not going to control how I get my lessons. I'm not going to control how this is going to go down right now. I'm not going to control any of that. I'm here and I'm listening and I'm willing and I'm able because you brought me here for a reason. And that's all I need to know. I don't need to know the why. I don't need to know the when, where, who, where, what, blah, 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 blah. I just need to know, nigga, I'm here. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. At the end of the day is, y'all can talk as much as you want, but you're here. You're here. So just do what you can while you're here. And be authentic with that and be real with that and really progress in the nowness and the here-ness and the fact that this is your assignment. And so when I'm telling you and teaching you guys astrology, I want y'all to look at your chart and say, you know what I'm saying? Like, hold on, let me read what Morgan said. Pisces takes in feelings completely and dabs compassionately. Scorpio takes in feelings completely but holds on to them. And Cancer just feels and moves but doesn't take in feelings completely. I love that so much. I don't agree with that because remember, Cancer is also the past, okay? Cancer is the past, so it's hard to let go of the past, all right? And the moon is the mind, so it's hard to let go of those things. Cancer is where the things get born, if you think about it more. That's where the emotion and the feeling begins to be birthed in Cancer. In Scorpio, it begins to emerge and become empowered or disempowered, however you guys want to think about it. And then in Pisces is where that compassion, forgiveness, or that fear comes and checks in. It's kind of more like that. You know what I'm saying? Because trust me, I have way too many Cancer people in my life and they do not take life lightly at all, because Cancer rules the mother. And I'm sorry, the mother is one of the most serious, okay, archetypes that we have in this experience, right? That's mother. So, but I love that analogy, Morgan. Like, that shit was on point though, for real, because I love the way that you said that. So it's like, y'all, right? That's for Pisces. And it's like Pisces has a lot of lessons to learn. And that's why I talk to certain people more than others, because honestly, just some people need more help than others. Okay. Certain energies just need a little bit more talking to than others. They need a little bit more, just people who are going to support them. And you know, you get it? Oh, we have to talk offline. My best friend is a Cancer and I'm a Capricorn. Exactly, because you guys are the same pillow, different side. You guys get each other. All right? There's a comfort there, the mom and the dad energy. Okay? How can Scorpios learn to let go? That's our only job, Flash. It's a great question. Our only job as a Scorpio is to learn how to surrender. That's our only job. Listen, remember, Taurus and Scorpio, same pillow, different sides. Now, what is they're about ownership and empowerment. All right? You have a grand air trine, you got to start talking. Speak, but with intention. Mean what you say and say what you mean. That air signs. Air signs got a hard assignment in this lifetime, okay? Because this is a shit talking world, and y'all think y'all can say anything y'all want to, but the thing is y'all be creating your reality with all the shit you talk. So you can't say anything you want to. Okay? It's not possible. So, like, I'm just saying, air signs. Scorpios, you have to let go. That's the only way. Like, honestly, this Taurus is about ownership because it's something that you investigate, investigate, excuse me, cultivate. Okay, that's what ownership is. Ownership is like putting something and staying there and staying there and maintaining and maintaining and maintaining and showing up every day and showing up every day. That's what Taurus is about. Scorpio is like, okay, how can we do this shit together now? Because now we're merging together. Okay, this is where sex comes from, right? Because when you're merging with somebody else, you're creating another energy. All right, so Scorpios, baby, it ain't that deep. And I know you don't want to hear that from me, and I'm a Scorpio, and I don't even want to hear it from myself, but it ain't that deep. Scorpios and Taurus have issues with owning people, places, and things, right? This is why they tend to try to manipulate or take away things, take away time or sex or possessions or gifts when they get upset at people. All right, like, okay, fuck you then. You won't experience none of this good shit. You know what I'm saying? You won't experience none of me investing my time in you and none of me being around. All right? It's a joint. So, Scorpio, you can't own anyone. You can't own anyone. Do you, like, hear me and hear me good. If you're trying to own someone, are you trying to be like a slave master or something? You cannot own how someone responds to you, how they feel about you, what they say to you. You can't own that. You can't own that. The only thing you can own is yourself and empower yourself. But even that, as a Scorpio, you know we're going to die one day anyway. So it is what it is. But at the end of the day, most Scorpios, okay, need to feel like they emotionally have empowerment over somebody because they felt disempowered. That's what Scorpio is all about. Okay, there was supreme malnourishment. There was a supreme lack of power or a take away of your power in your lifetime, whether it be your voice, whether it be your spirituality, your emotions, or your physicality, or all of them. Some Scorpios experience all that shit. That's why it's so serious to them, because they've been disempowered so much through other people, through their relationships, through their intended vulnerability and transparency. This is what causes Scorpios then to become ice, okay? Instead of a soft rain, they become hail, all right? So Scorpio, the thing is that you mentally want to dominate people because you have issues with those things, with domination, with control, with empowerment. That's the thing. With ownership. All right? Deepest and darkest desires. All right? So that's what we're talking about. Once you get over the fact that you're not entitled to people's time, you're not entitled to people's energy, you're not entitled to how people move in your life or what they say or how they respond to you. You do not get to become a dictator for anyone. You are either going to be a destroyer or a healer in someone's life. There's only two choices for a Scorpio. You can't play the middle ground. The middle ground is Libra territory. We don't do that. We have to pick a side. We either heal people or we destroy people. That's why when I speak, okay, I talk about the things that I talk about. But of course, the way that I say them now, people, that's Mercury and Scorpio, and that's just that issue. People are always going to have an issue with the way that I speak. But that's just, most times I'm like, I don't care. Like, yeah, that's your problem. You know, you can't be upset at the way I speak. Are you actually listening to the context? That's a whole nother conversation. All right. But Scorpio, okay? Listen, brother. Listen, I'm a Scorpio, sir. Sandra's brother. Sandria's brother. I'm a Scorpio. I'm telling you this. All right? Because I love you. I'm not telling you this because I want to see you fucked up. I want to see you happy and at peace. This is peace. Okay? This is peace. Peace is knowing that people will choose to be around you on their own accord and that you will feel empowered alone. Many Scorpios have that ride or die mentality, that you are my half, I am your half mentality. Okay? Like we belong together. So, and it's very deep because it's a transformation. Once you have sex with somebody, your energy has been transformed. Okay? Right, battle of the psychology. I love that. So that the energy that you have, you are changed. You're forever changed, but because we're fixated, we are so focused and we take that change way more seriously, and we value the person, matter of fact, the person more than the experience of the change through that person. Woo. Send this to your Scorpio friend. Free them. Remember, we're still water-based, so we're emotional. So we're emotionally attached to shit. So if I then have placed onto you that you are the person who empowered me and empowered my transformation and change, there is an indebtedness that we feel. And that's why Scorpio 8th house rules other people's debts. There's an indebtedness to how we feel. So there's almost like, oh, I have to be with you because you changed me. You changed me to my core so deeply. But honey, what you really don't need to understand as a Scorpio is we're always changing. Like that's just our vibe. That's who we are. We're water people. Water people in general are always changing. Okay? They're never the same. They're always changing. And it's Mars, Pluto ruled. What is that? Mars is independence. Pluto is fear. So you have a fear of being independent. All right. You have a fear of being by yourself, about having your own power and harnessing your energy by yourself. That's why when it comes to sex with a Scorpio, honey, it's an event. Because Taurus is on the other side. Taurus is already about sensuality, okay? And Venus and pleasure. So now you have Venus, Mars, and Pluto. Oh, this is mind-blowing sex, mind-blowing transformation. But then because we are fixated, we become obsessed. And we identify that person as the change in our lives, not realizing we're the ones that changed ourselves by drawing in this energy. Ooh! Shit! Say this to your Scorpio friend. Don't rush me onto other signs right now. Don't rush me onto other signs. Spirit talking. Hold on. Come on now. Because I think I just had an epiphany for myself. Okay? Hold on. Okay? This is why surrender is literally our job. There is a fear of emotional independence. That's why I say Scorpios need to practice emotional exclusivity, okay? That's what we have to practice. We cannot control how people feel about us, what they say about us, especially not what they feel about us. We cannot control if our value depreciates or elevates in someone's life. It is on them. Okay? This secretism that you guys hide behind, that idea of privacy, is just because you're scared. You're scared to let anyone see you emotionally scared. Like Scorpios, emotional abandonment, honey. Okay? That's just emotional abandonment. That's just what it is. Scorpios, emotional abandonment. That's the issues we're fighting through. But until you realize that the emotions are one, nothing but energy, emotion, meaning that they're here to direct you where to go next. It's something to pass through. It's not something to hold on to and obsess about, Scorpio. It's something to observe, take in, let it transform you, and then what? Sagittarius, gain that wisdom from it, gain that knowledge, and teach others. And then what? Capricorn, stabilize it, Make it real and show people what you've learned in life. And then what? Aquarius, go ahead and bring it to the community. Let them know about that shit, because you don't want to keep this knowledge for yourself. The point of existing and living is to gather experiences and to share them. What's the point of holding them to yourself? What's the point of hoarding onto them, right? Then Pisces, we're going to practice forgiveness and compassion. That's what we're talking about. Sam?
Yeah.
Hey, girl.
Hey. Hey, Miranda. Hi.
Hi. So, my girls are here. I'm gonna hang up. So listen. Right, get into it. Y'all see what I'm saying? Plus, my friend has Scorpio placement. She needs to hear this anyway. Okay. Yeah, come closer. Yeah, because I'm like, I just had a fucking realization. Okay, so I will do more lives. But essentially, this is what I'm saying, okay? Scorpio, heavy Scorpio placements, man. The idea of this whole protecting yourself shit is because you have supreme issues with vulnerability, because we're emotionally unstable, because we never learned that, because we've been emotionally abandoned at some point in our life. That is just the truth of what it is. And we are trying to rectify that shit. We're trying to figure that the fuck out. So then we cloak it in the guise of privacy. Then we cloak it in the guise of, oh, I don't fuck with everybody. But then you gotta ask yourself, why do God be bringing people in your life though? Shouldn't you be talking to these people? Like, why are you meeting them? Right? And so that's what it is. And that's why you gotta look to your Libra placement, because your Libra, which is your relationships, bring a lot of value. And that's why Scorpios have supreme fear that if we emotionally let ourselves open to somebody, that we will be destroyed and never be the same again. Because it's true, because that's what will happen anyway, because that's just who we are, okay? Once we fall in love with somebody, become a friend with somebody, we are changed. We're forever changed, because we don't let people in like that, because we know we're not going to be the same after this experience. And a lot of times we're just scared about who we're going to become. It's like, yo, one of my deepest fears, and this is because I have a stellium in the 5th house, but I have Pluto there, is if I have a kid, what if my kid dies? Who am I going to become? That is one of my deepest fears. That's probably why I don't want to have kids. Straight up. Straight up. And I don't know where that's going to take me in life. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but that's a conversation I have to keep having, because I might meet someone who might want me, who I might feel inspired to have a kid with. You know what I'm saying? So I'm dealing with the idea of loss and death. Because a lot of the times we want to control when our kid, you know, we don't want to die before our kid. We want our kid to be good, but we can't control that. And as Scorpio people, we've been through so much fucked up shit, you know, that we know we can't control that. We can't protect our kids at all times. And that's something we don't know if we can live with that. So it's like a lot. It's a lot when we're talking about this. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot when we're talking about this energy. So everyone has a Scorpio placement. Everyone has Mars. Everyone has Pluto. All right? So this exists, and everyone has an 8th house situation going on. Like a sign sitting there. So essentially it's like, yo, I respect it. I respect the fear. Okay? I respect the not wanting to be emotionally destroyed by someone. I respect it. Okay? But what I respect more for me is my faith and my belief in God, that God will let me be transformed in a way that's best for me. That's what I believe in. I don't believe that God is going to transform me for a negative way or a way that I can't handle. Okay? So that's what I'm saying. It's like, that's what I mean. That's another example of what I mean when y'all don't have faith. You don't have faith that you're going to still love yourself after you've been transformed through somebody. It's deep. It should be deep. Send this to your Scorpio friend. Bye.